Hey guys, this is Arkel here, and it has been a little while since I made a video. I feel like I apologize and say that exact same sentence every single time I make a video, but really, I do apologize. It's been a little while, but I'm sure you guys understand with the holiday season and whatnot, people are always busy. And also I'll mention it more at the end of the video, but I've also been drawing a lot more and stuff like that, so I've been pretty busy. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and do my normal little update, sort of ramble about dolls, talk about progress and things that are arriving and that I bought and whatever, just dolly things, like I usually do. So yes, in this video I have my 3 Soom boys here. Ooh, I love them, and there's a particular reason why I actually have them in this video, and I'll get to that in a second. But if you don't know, the one with the antlers is my Soom OE Shale Centaur, and his name is Nostalgion. And then in the center there, looking like a little sneaky cat that he is my Soom Trond, romantic Trond, and his name is River. And then, looking off into the distance, wondering why he's even here, is my Soom Romantic Shale, and his name is Faustus. But yes, I have them all together here for a very special reason, and that is because, drumroll, that is because my Soom Serin actually did ship out the other day. Yay! I'm so super excited. I had a feeling that I would probably get a shipping notice for it sometime soon after I had paid off my layaway. But you know, you can never be too certain with Soom because of their whole 100-day guarantee thing starting after you pay the entirety of your layaway. So realistically, you know, you might have to wait like 6 months in total if they decide to be a butt about it, but usually they're not. They've been pretty good about shipping things lately, so I'm really excited. It feels like forever since I've gotten a doll, but it's totally not true because I just got Euclid in September, so I'm just being dramatic. But I'm just really excited to, I guess, just get a new doll and also to get that particular doll. I hope it'll actually arrive in time for Christmas. That'd be really sweet. But you know, shipping during the holidays is always a nightmare, so it might have to be a little bit later. We'll see. But I really do hope that it comes before Christmas. That'd be really great. I'm not a big fan of the holidays, I'll be completely honest. It's not my favorite thing in the world, and I always feel a little bit sad during this time of year, but I'm trying to keep my mind off of it with doing lots of fun things and also paying lots of attention to my dolls. Whenever I feel a little bit sad, they're always just, you know, great to, I don't know, they just make you happy whenever you see them, just make me smile. So anyway, I am rambling hardcore, but yes, my Soom Serin is shipping, and ideally, I've mentioned before, ideally I want the open-eyed face for Serin to reshell my character Shu, who I used to have as a doll. He was my Kirby doll Camille. Ideally, I really want that particular face to be the new version of him, since the old one didn't work out proportionally and whatnot. But we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do with the like semi-closed head. I have an idea. I'll just say that I have an idea of something, but I'll have to see when everything arrives. I don't want to say too much, but, and then also since Soom Serin comes on the girl body, ideally I would also like to use that particular body to be the body for my character Calliope, who I've also had to reshell since, or part ways with. I haven't actually fully reshelled her yet, but I'm working towards it, and hopefully, hopefully that body will work well for her. So yeah, it'll be a long project working on that, but I'm still very excited for it to arrive. And also, I have some extra hands in that order too for Nostalgion and River as well. They both have some new human hands, which I'm really excited for. Nostalgion has human hands, of course, but I wanted him to have a little bit more expression since both of his hands are little fists, and River's hands are little cat paws, and those are cute, I guess, but I don't know. I really want him to have human hands. But anyway, I also have eyes for River in that order as well, which I'm really excited about. I've been working on River a ton lately, and he has a new face up and everything. But his eyes drive me crazy, the eyes that he has now, because first of all, they're too big, second of all, they have high domes, so they don't fit properly in his head, and third, they weren't even intended for him anyway. So, yeah, I got him some purple cat eyes that are actually silicone, so I think they'll fit really well into his sort of narrow eye wells. So I'm really excited for that. I hope that works out. I'm really crossing my fingers, because he is way, way overdue for some proper eyes that actually fit. And that actually are relevant to his character. So anyway, I'm very, very, very excited, although I will admit that I'm quite nervous as well. Just because I feel like you can never really know, at least that's my experience in the doll hobby thus far. You know, you can be like really, really hyped for a certain doll, and you can compare pictures of them forever and compare them next to your own dolls, or look up, you know, measurements and heights and owner pictures and all that kind of stuff. You can do all of that, and then still when you get the doll, sometimes it just doesn't work out next to your other ones. Like, just sometimes you just have to have the doll in person to really know, and that's incredibly frustrating, but that has been my experience in the doll hobby. So I'm very, very excited, but of course I can't help but feel a little bit of nervousness every time I get a new doll in the mail. I'm just a little nervous. But anyway, speaking of dolls, I'm so silly. I'm sure for those of you guys who watch my Flickr, you guys saw my hilarious post that I posted the other day, me fangirling and just rambling like crazy. But I am just dying with excitement. You guys have no idea. I am just dying. For those of you guys who've been watching my videos for a while, you guys probably know about my unicorn characters. Nostalgion doesn't count, but Faustus, for example, you probably know Faustus and Euclid, and I've mentioned before that their species, they form romantic trios rather than pairs. It's just part of their species. Don't judge me. But anyway, so Faustus and Euclid, they're part of that trio, but the other member of their trio, whose name is Hyacinth, has been the most frustrating character ever to find a doll for. Like, I literally was just gonna give up. I'm just like, it just doesn't exist. This doll just does not exist. Seriously, like, I have never had so much difficulty trying to find a doll to embody a character before. And Hyacinth has been like that character, that doll for me for the longest time. Like, I always, I mentioned before that he's significantly more mature looking and height-wise than Faustus and Euclid, and if you guys know collecting MSDs, you guys know that it's really hard, at least in my opinion, it's pretty darn hard to find more mature MSD-sized boys, especially ones that are proportionate to, you know, kind of regular-ish MSDs. And that has been my struggle, finding a doll for Hyacinth, because he's definitely kind of fits that description of being taller and more mature. And there are bodies that are like that, but I always feel like the faces are not always quite there. But I'm just dying with excitement now, because Soul Doll has actually made a doll that is like, is perfect for him. Like, I am so excited. Of course, again, you can never really know until you have a doll in your hands, but I have just been like at a dead end with this character for forever, and they finally put a doll that like embodies him perfectly, at least in my own vision right now, and I'm just dying, because I actually really wanted him to be on the Soul Doll body anyway, for its height and for its aesthetic beautifulness. So I'm really, really, really excited. The sculpt has a hilarious name, like a lot of the sculpts that I seem to favor for some reason. I believe it's called Yarn. Why? I don't know. I don't attempt to understand doll names, but yes. I'm really, really, really excited. I won't be able to actually order him anytime soon, I'm sure. but I'm very, like, I'm overwhelmed with excitement because I finally found a doll that I think will actually suit him. And I think he'll look really, really nice next to Euclid. I've mentioned before, but the relationship between Hyacinth and Euclid is really important, more so than the relationship between Faustus and Hyacinth. Their relationship is rather distant. So it's much more important for me that proportionately he look nice next to Euclid. So as long as he looks perfect next to Euclid, then I'm good. I know there'll probably be a little bit of proportion difference between him and Faustus, which is okay, because like I said, it's okay. Anyway, I'm rambling. But yes, I have just been like so focused on dolls these last few days. It's crazy, and especially with all of the, well, especially with the shipping notice and whatever, and then of course finding the perfect doll ever for Hyacinth, cough. But yeah, I have just been going crazy with doll stuff lately. Not buying anything, but just fangirling so hard. And I guess that's also because of all the events that are going on right now, and all the new dolls that are being released. Today, this morning, before I made this video, I just fangirled like insanely, because I saw the new teasers for the new Fairyland dolls. And I think, I'm not exactly sure, but I think that there's gonna be a new Minifee boy. It kind of looks a little bit like Karsh, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't think it is, but angles are tricky. But yeah, I don't know, I've just been really fangirling super hard ever since I saw that picture of that new Fairyland boy, and I'm like, Anyway, I'm rambling. There's also a new doll from Let's that I really am dying over too. It's like a modified version of one of their event heads. I believe the sculpt is called like Darren or something like that. I don't know. But I freaking love that face. It's so cute. So yeah, I'm just going insane, intensely fangirling over some dolls that are being released that I have no money for and that I probably don't need. But still, it's really fun to just sort of take your mind off of stuff that's kind of sad and focus on dollies. So that's what I've been doing these last few days. In addition to that, my only other little thing that I want to go ahead and say, I mentioned that I've been drawing a lot more in the beginning of the video, and I'm sure most of you guys probably already know that I have a second YouTube channel, and I basically, like, you know, I draw stuff and you can watch me as I draw stuff. Because I'm kind of an artist and whatever, and I draw anime-styled art. But anyway, yeah, I've been drawing a lot more, which is really, really great. Drawing is a really, really, really huge part of my life. It's, you know, it's kind of like, it sounds really cheesy to say, but it's kind of like why I get up every day in the morning is, you know, because I love art and I love creating things and I love drawing and painting and all that kind of good stuff. It's what motivates me. So for the last like year or so, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but for the last year or so I've been really, really just sort of drained of creativity. And that's mostly due to me being in college for art and that being a really kind of not so great experience. And because of that, I was really just drained creatively for a very long time. And last year I was kind of, I don't know what the word would be, but I was very, I guess lost is a great way to put it. And I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and it was just a very, very difficult year, and I really couldn't draw that much because I felt really bad. But anyway, long story short, this next year I am actually going to be taking a lot of time off, pretty much the entire year, to refocus myself to drawing again like I did before, and I'm really, really excited about that. I've been drawing a lot more, and I'm going to be drawing a ton more for the next year, posting on DeviantArt and all that kind of good stuff. So I probably won't have as much time to devote to my dolls, and the real big thing is I probably won't have that much money to devote to them either. Yeah, it's being an artist is hard business. So, and I fully am aware that, like, for the next year, my funds will be very, very sparse. So, which is perfectly okay for me. I'd rather, you know, I'd rather be doing what I love and make a very little bit of money than doing something that I hate and be making stacks on stacks. So, you know, I'm still very excited, but I did just want to go ahead and share that I might not be quite as active with my dolls, and I also probably won't be able to really buy that many more dolls or buy them much more stuff either next year, which is sad, but it's the way things have to be. If I can even manage one doll next year, I will be ecstatic. So yes, anyway, I have rambled on for way too long, but I just sort of wanted to go ahead and just fangirl and just tell you guys about the shipping notice and just all the awesome, exciting things that have been floating around in my head in the doll hobby. So yes, this video is long enough. So thank you guys so very much for watching this video and for for just giving me your time. Like I always say, it really does mean the world to me that you guys are interested, even in the slightest, with anything that I do ever. So thank you guys so very much. And goodbye! So gross.